Hey guys, I figure it's time to give you a walkthrough of this with a little more detail than the last video that I made about it. So this is my Airsoft 1919. It's pretty much just a medium machine gun or something that you could use on a flexible mount kind of anywhere. You know, I obviously based it off of a 1919 A4. But it's not really, I'm not really detail oriented. I just wanted to look cool. You know, I wanted it to work for any players that we had. We were hosting games at Northeast. We had this and another one, as well as 2 artillery pieces that we let players use from time to time. The beauty of this is you don't have to buy, you don't have to spend $800, $900 on a gun, a tripod, ammo, and all that, and then have some kid break everything. You don't have to worry about it. Because I think the most valuable piece of this is probably the gun that we use to fill up the inside of it. So let's start with the mount. We have right here is a work light tripod. I'm not going to move the camera, but down below you can fold up the all 3 legs. You have here a swivel. I made this out of a joist. I put a bolt through, or I'm sorry, a joist, one of those braces you can get at Home Depot. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. I went through a piece of 2x4 on the gun with a bolt, and the bolts and the wing nut are held on with jack chain over here just in case so they don't get lost. So it's pretty effective. It's pretty lightweight. Here we have a hole and a wing nut here. That is for this guy, which is a shield with, you can see these 2 holes on the front, kinda. Those will line up with this. You can bolt that shield to the front, and now you've got yourself a gun shield. The nice thing about this is that it hinges up. You can put this, you can strap this on your back, put it in a backpack, something like that. Same with this. This will collapse, so you could use it from standing, or you could use it while you're crouched, or however you want to use it. Can't use it while you're laying down, unfortunately. It's just doesn't go that low. So let's get to the gun. Now, this is the machine gun, nicknamed Kelly. We've got, first of all, let's start with the barrel. The barrel is, this was a labor of love here, let me tell you, getting all these holes to line up right. So the beauty of this design is that you can unscrew it, and you can switch it out with another barrel. So I've got like a water-cooled barrel that I used for a World War I game that we hosted. I've also got an M2 barrel over there for a separate machine gun. So moving back from the barrel, we have this mount up here. This mount, as you can see, this guy is for a U-bolt to go onto. This U-bolt will let you carry the gun on your hip, do walking fire with it. So I also have, as you can see, we've got an external battery right here. This might be a little hard to show you, but here. So as anybody who uses an AK knows, most of the time the battery goes in the upper receiver compartment up here. But I rewired it to go up through, out, and out to this this battery compartment I've made on the outside. So pretty much the only purpose of this flip-up compartment is to get the gun out if I ever need to access the wiring. So up here we have a rail that I put on just for a bipod. You could use it for a light. When I used it for a bipod, it was just too bulky, too top-heavy. It would flop around and all that, so I did away with that. But now you can still use it for a flashlight if you really want to own the night. So other than that, we have the top mounted rail here for a sight. We also have the folding stock. Most AK purists will hate that because this is just a standard CYMA AK that I got off of a guy in a parking lot. So traded for a PS3 actually, way back in the day. So the last thing I'll show you are these brackets here on the side. They're on each side of the gun. They're not painted because it's kind of a new feature that I made. This guy is supposed to be kind of like a bottomless hopper. So what I've got going on in here is, I can't show you, I'm not good at editing, I apologize, but there is replacement kit for an auto winding magazine inside of there. So what that'll do is you can just feed BBs into the top, and as long as you keep pressing this button, it'll keep feeding BBs up the tube into this little magazine right here. And this little M4 mag goes into the mag well down here. And I know I said it's an AK, but I'm using an adapter. So you can kind of see that right there. Now I'm gonna, because it's so janky, and I used an M4 drum mag for the longest time in this, but it keeps falling out because this little $40 piece of metal isn't the most reliable at holding mags in. So I've got an AK drum mag coming. I'll probably do away with all that. So I think it's a great idea. I still think it has potential, but my execution on it's just kind of not there. So yeah, that's about it. I built this thing because I wanted it to look cool. I wanted to attract people to our games. Like I said, we used to host games, Northeast Maryland. Unfortunately, we don't do that anymore. I won't go into why, but it's kind of a regrettable set of circumstances that led to it. So anyway, I hope I can use this out on a field. I haven't been to any field. I haven't just brought this out to use anywhere yet. So I don't know what the refs would allow this, if, you know, because it is just an AK. I would hope they'd let me, because of the size, use full auto. But it is just built for sustained fire, pretty much. Like, that's, you know, accuracy and sustained fire. That's the only reason you'd really have anything on a mount. So that's about all I've got for this project. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate all the subscriptions. Yeah.